familiar zone. The familiar zone, what's the familiar zone? Well, it's kind of like the comfort zone, but I've renamed it. The reason I renamed it is because I think that the comfort zone is not all that comfortable. I think most people find it pretty uncomfortable. However, what's the difference? Well, the familiar zone is this. It's, well, why do you do what you do? Well, it's familiar. Why don't you do something different? Well, that's not familiar. Well, why do you do things that are actually hurtful or detrimental to you? Well, it's familiar. Why don't you do something that would actually be beneficial, helpful to you, instead of the other stuff? Well, that stuff's just not familiar. You see, the thing about it is we get stuck in our familiar zone doing what it is that we do that's familiar. We get up, we eat, we go to work, we do the same old thing, the same old routines, come back, watch TV, or whatever it is that we do. It's just familiar. We may not really be enjoying it. We may not even like it that much, but it's familiar, doggone it, so we keep doing it. Well, the problem with that is if you keep doing that, as you know, keep doing the same old thing the same old way, what are you going to get? That's right, you're going to get what's familiar to you. Now, if you've had enough of that, if you really want to break out, break through, start something different, start something really new, exciting, engaging, and wonderful for yourself, then it's time to make a change. That's all I can tell you. It's time to bust out, stretch that familiar zone, start doing something differently. Now, if you've said in the past, I've done some things in the past, but I just kind of keep coming back to it again. I mean, I'll do stuff for a while, then I'll be back to the same old thing. Well, that's kind of like you stretch it out there, but then you get rubber band back where you started from. It's kind of a boomerang effect that takes place. What you need is long-term assistance in terms of, I got to change. I just can't change for a day or two. Just can't change for a week or two. I really have to make a real serious commitment to get out and expand that familiar zone to include what really matters to me, what's really exciting to me. That's long-term. That's life-changing. That's having a changed life. That's what that all means. Getting out of that old routine. So we've got a little page set up for you. Watch for it here at the end of the video. Get out of that familiar zone. Start doing something different. Get out and have an adventure for yourself. For heaven's sakes, it's time. You're due. This is Michael Bailey. All the best to you.